to us every Wednesday through www.radioamigainternational.com.
Radio Amiga, musical culture, 11 years on air.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, Clic on listeners and Clic on viewers. Welcome to this radio broadcast, National Clic on Air, from AM to PM. Here we are to be this and very interesting topic, a very interesting guest. And today we have two guests. We're going to be speaking with two guests about this interesting topic, which is sports, and everybody likes it, or almost everybody likes it. Some people don't, but we're going to talk about that in a moment. And welcome again to Clic on Air, Clic on listeners. Hi, Nicolas. How are you?
Hello, Luis. I am good. Thanks for asking. I'm not sure if it's your signal or is mine, but I couldn't hear you properly. Probably it's mine.
Me too.
Okay. So no, maybe it's yours.
Maybe it's my problem. Sorry.
But okay. Welcome, Clic on listeners and Clic on viewers to your favorite radio broadcasts. Today is Wednesday. Like every Wednesday, we are here to talk about a really interesting topic, and a very trendy topic in these days, of course. And for that, we have, like teacher Luis said before, we have teacher Daniel and teacher Merwin today here to share their experiences about this interesting sport, which is football or soccer for Americans. And the topic of today, which is the Colombians game yesterday. That's why we are here today, to talk about that and the possibilities of our national team for the next World Cup. So welcome, Clic on viewers, and welcome teacher Daniel and Merwin and Luis.
Yes, that's right. Today we're going to talk about this really, how do you say, like passionate game, because that's what football is all about. I think it's all about passion, and we are like in this qualifying round for the Qatar World Cup, and our national team played against Venezuela and Chile, and that's what we're going to talk about. But first of all, I want to say hello to teacher Daniel and teacher Merwin. Hi, teacher Daniel, how are you?
Hello, how are you? It's a pleasure to be here again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's this quarantine treating you?
Well, okay. It's kind of annoying sometimes. We cannot play soccer, so it's kind of annoying.
That is something that we miss.
Only on video games.
Yeah. We only get to play in the PlayStation. Yeah.
You get to be a couch potato. What about you, Merwin? How are you today?
Okay, hello. Thank you so much for this special invitation. Everything is okay, better than I deserve. And thank you once again for this special invitation. It's a pleasure for me to be here with you.
Better than you deserve. Why do you say that?
Well, I think that in spite of the difficult situation that we are facing worldwide, I consider that it's totally important for me to get up every day and see that none of my relatives has tested positive for COVID-19, for example. I have the possibility to study, practice, work day by day with my English, and that's what I love and what I feel I came to this world to teach people through the English, but also to learn from them. That's why I usually tend to say better than I deserve.
Yeah.
Wow, incredible. I mean, a humble man, more than Nicolas.
No, Merwin is giving thanks for everything, and that's very important. Yeah, that's true.
Nicolas always thinks that he has less than he deserves. Okay, well, and that's the kind of guests that we're going to have today. But Nicholas, what is our hashtag for the day? What our question for you, Click on listeners, to participate?
Okay, yeah, Click on listeners. Remember, today's topic is football. We're talking about soccer. And our hashtag for today is a hashtag Click on Qatar 2020. Yeah. Please answer these questions. What countries will classify for the South American country, sorry, will classify to the Qatar World Cup? What do you think about the last two matches of Colombian national team? Yeah. So please tell us what is your opinion about these questions, and tell us what is your opinion about the performance of our national team in the last two matches. So
Yeah,
participate, Click on listeners. Hashtag Click on Qatar 2020.
so remember, that is our hashtag. You remember that you can listen to us streaming on www.radioamigainternational.com. That's streaming. And if you want to see us, you can do it right on Facebook, Radio Amiga International. Also on YouTube, please follow our channels and follow our social medias. And as Nicolas said, we're going to talk about this how do you say, like, a really nice game that we saw against Venezuela and against Chile. But I think it's time to click on music for the first time. And what is the first song for today?
Yeah, I am checking your selection, Luis. I don't know. Maybe we need to check this role because I don't know what's going on with the music. Okay,
No, because we are in this World Cup mood, so that's what I did.
Okay, we are going to listen. We Are One by Pitbull, J Lo, and Claudia Late. Let's click on music. Leiche. Sorry, my mistake. Leiche. So let's click on music.
Click on music. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back, Click on listeners. And that was We're One by Pitbull, J-Lo, and Claudia Leiche. That I selected that song because that remind me of the Brazilian World Cup in 2014, which it was a really big spectacle. And that World Cup was awesome for Colombia, and I think like our best performance in a World Cup. And I remember that song because it was on the whole month. It's like all TV channels, every radio station was playing that song. And for the opening of the World Cup, they were singing that song. Do you remember, teacher Daniel?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I do. And yeah, you made me think about these songs that we hear when we have the World Cup. So I was thinking about the ones I remember and the ones I like. But well, they're always this kind of music, you know, like party music. So do you remember that one from Ricky Martin in '98?
Yeah, the one that Nicola likes.
I remember it said Ale Ale, but I don't remember the rhythm.
La Vida Loca.
Was it
Living La Vida Loca? Yeah.
Damn, I didn't remember that. So
yeah.
But that's how Luis lives his life, you know, in that way.
What about you, Mervin? What comes to your mind when you listen to that song?
Well, definitely, it was a very important song, remarkably popular. I remember listening to that song 6 years ago, I think it was, and you could listen to that song on the news, radio. Everybody sang that song. It was totally popular. It was an excellent decision to use that song as an opening for the World Cup in Brazil 2014.
Yeah. Excellent. What about you, Nicolas? How do you remember the song, or you don't like J-Lo? Because it's one of your favorites. Pitbull, I know that
I have a J-Lo poster in my bedroom.
Because I am positively sure that you love Pitbull and it's one of your like best inspiration as a philosopher too.
Why does he have a name as a dog? I don't understand. Pitbull is dog.
It's a good question.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I remember. I am confused. What was what year was Shakira's song?
That was
In
2010.
2010,
Yeah.
2010,
Waka
Yes.
Waka. Did
Waka
you
in the
like
Waka.
them?
African world.
Did you
I
like
South
like
them?
Waka
Africa.
Waka more than
I
the song.
liked it. Yeah, I liked it too.
Yeah, we are going to listen to Waka Waka in the second time.
Ah, perfect.
Sorry,
You see,
I
you never read the script, man.
no, it's
Well,
because
but you know
nice,
what?
nice selection. Good song.
But
Yes.
did you know that once Pitbull said that one of his biggest inspiration was Julio Cortázar?
Oh,
Oh,
are you serious?
Yeah. And you can see that through his music.
Yeah, of
actually,
course. Yeah, all the lyrics are
I've
full of
never,
poetry. Yeah.
I've never
Yeah.
read any of those lyrics, so I wouldn't know. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because of the taxi. Okay. As we said at the very beginning, we
Yeah.
have here teacher Daniel and teacher Merwin, and we're going to have a nice conversation about the qualifying for the Qatar World Cup and the latest games, the Colombian national team's games. So let's start with our interview for today. Nicolas, you want to start, or is
Yeah.
it too much trouble?
No. It is okay. Just to remember that's my that's my part. Just to remember the click on listeners. Our hashtag is don't forget click on Qatar 2020. Please answer these questions. What countries, South American countries, will classify to the next World Cup? What do you think about the last two matches of Colombian national team? And give us your opinions. They are very important. Yeah. So please participate. And okay, we have here some questions also for our guest. So, okay, let's begin with the interview. What, teacher Daniel, what can you tell us about the last two matches of Colombian team? Do you like, you didn't like?
Yeah, I liked it. I was a little bit worried because the last time we played, during the Copa America, we had a very defensive team. That's what I think. So I was a little bit worried. I wanted to see some going forward soccer, some attacking, and I think we saw that during the Venezuela Colombia match. So that was good. But I do believe that it was an easy match, and I do believe that Venezuela is not a good team, so it wasn't a good rival. That's what I think. Yesterday's match, it was very interesting. I think at first we were doing a very good match, and we were being we had good defense. We were attacking, so we were doing fine. And I believe that you know these Chilean guys, they really need some fair play lessons. That's what I think, because the guys started getting like a little bit nasty, and yeah, that's why they got to score, because they were
You
like
know,
kicking
you know
us
what
and stuff like
They
that.
were dirty some parts of the game, yeah?
you know what
They,
I
they
think.
play dirty.
Yeah.
You know what I think that we were playing really, really good for the first 20 minutes until Stefan Cafu Medina suffered that injury.
What do
He
you
was
say,
playing a
Stefan
good, he was
Cafu?
playing a good match. I
Man,
mean,
Oh
you're
my
crazy,
goodness!
man.
What do you think, Merwin, about that?
Well, definitely Colombia had the best performance in those 24 minutes after Cafu's injury. The
Disrespectful with them.
situation, the situation changed too much. It was difficult for Colombia. I agree with Daniel. Definitely, Vidal and Alexis Sanchez managed the match, and they need those lessons that you were mentioning. But also, I think Colombia had the opportunity to suffer a little bit, but also to understand how these matches need to be played. Definitely, we are in the most difficult qualifiers around the world, and not all the matches will be easy as
Okay.
as the one that we played against Venezuela last week.
Okay. And what about you, Nicolas Nosabeles? Did you
Well,
see the game?
my opinion is very important, of course. Yeah, I watched the game. I was very excited most of the part. I agree with the Stefan Medina play. He was playing good. He's not my favorite one. He's not my
Nobody's favorite.
favorite wing. Yeah, but yeah, no one's favorite, and it's an insult to make that comparison with Cafu.
No, but he was
But
playing terrific.
but yeah, after that the game changed. Of course, Cuadrado is an excellent player. I know he has received a lot of critics, but he's an excellent player. He played in two different positions or three different positions at the same game. So that is something that, well, you need to take that player into account for your team. I like, for example, James. James played very well, but he was the game, most of the game, he was like
Very
he was
tactic.
yeah, but yeah, and it's nice because it's like the English football now, yeah, is on him. No, he's like fighting all the battles in the game. He's running all the time, and that's positive. Yeah, that's very positive for James.
Yeah.
And
I believe,
also, I didn't like,
yes.
for example, Duan. Duan games yesterday was really poor, but with Venezuela, he was awesome. Same as Muriel. No, Muriel yesterday was a different Muriel because of the
Yeah.
mark. No,
And the good thing is that Falcao scored a goal. That is always good for him and for the national team because we need that experience. And I believe that a, a symbol of yesterday's game, something that we can say, okay, if we want to analyze this game, we have to understand that Jefferson Lerma was one of the best players in the pitch. So that was, for me, that was what the game was all about, like fight, and everybody
yeah,
was running, and everybody was like angry. And for that game, I believe that Jefferson Lerma is perfect for that game because he's strong, he's really tall, and he had, as you said, that English DNA, see, English DNA, and he played that game really hard. Actually, he scored the first goal, and that was nice. But I agree with you guys. I believe that at some point, Vidal is a very talented player and also very experienced. So he handled the strings of the game at some point.
yeah.
But on the other hand, I think that that game against Venezuela was at some point it looked like a training session.
That's too easy.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
but
okay, yes,
Yeah. Yeah, about Lerma. Uh, I saw these guys, Vidal and these other guys trying to tease him, attack him. Did you know that this guy, he was the one with the most yellow cards on the past Premier League season? Lerma?
yeah.
He's
No, I
used to
didn't.
that. He likes to fight on the field. So he was perfect for the game. Yeah, I agree with you, Luis. I think he was like the secret weapon for this match, and he actually scored. So yeah,
Yes, I think that is perfect for that kind of game.
yeah.
I'm going to ask this second question to Mer. I'm going to start with Merwin. How do you see this new process with Coach Queiroz so far with the American Cup and these two games, Merwin?
Well, two strange years, initial years.
Mm.
When Queiroz arrived to this country, he was highly criticized because, first of all, he has a different style. It is not our identity in terms of football, but over time, he has shown us that his style is possible to apply on the pitch. We have the players to develop that game. After the Copa America, we had a positive image. Well, before the game against Chile, but in most of the cases, in most of the matches, Colombia showed a positive level. And now, in those two initial matches, Colombia have enjoyed the game, and Colombia has enjoyed the game and has shown that definitely we are going to be one of the most difficult national teams to face, to beat. And I think that Carlos Queiroz, step by step, is consolidating a good process. Sometimes his style is not the one that we love,
Okay.
that we as viewers want to see, but the results are arriving, and that's important. I think that this process is being totally positive. Hopefully, we can be in Qatar 2022.
What about you, teacher Daniel? Are you agree with Merwin about this new process?
Well, yeah, I agree in some points. Yeah, during the Copa America, well, we had good results, as Merwin was saying. But I do remember these matches against Qatar, and which was the other one? It was like there were they were matches where we
Paraguay, I
had
think
to
it was.
attack. I
Paraguay,
think it was
yes.
Paraguay. So they were matches where we had to attack. We had the better team, and it seemed like we had a lot of people behind. You know, we had like 5 defenders, and we had them. They were not. We were not using. You know, or so. Yeah, I was a little bit worried about that. But now I didn't see that. You know, during these 2 games, I didn't see that. I saw a lot of attack. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. So so yeah. You know, during the Copa
So
America,
do
what
you
I was
like?
thinking, yeah, I liked it. I was thinking during Copa America, I was thinking we have a good team to face Brazil and Argentina and even Germany on those very, very
Tough
dangerous
opponent.
teams. Yeah, if we play like that, you know, with a lot of defenders and staying behind and maybe counter-attacking or something, that can work, but we need something different to face Venezuela and Bolivia. And I saw a little bit of that during these
Okay.
couple of games.
What about you, Nicola? Do you like Carlos Queiroz' idea?
No, I don't. I would like to have back Bolillo Gomez. I am I'm asking for Bolillo. Bolillo, come back to the national team.
Yeah.
Well, sorry, Merwin just made us notice that we are making a mistake about our hashtag of today. Sorry, click on listeners. It is click on Qatar 2022. Yeah, I was saying 2020. It was a mistake here
Yeah,
because
that
we
was
are
my mistake.
yeah. So yeah, click
This
on
is
Qatar
this is a
20,
weird year. This is a weird year.
2022. Yeah, because we are okay. I don't know. I maybe I share Daniel's opinion about the way Queiroz showed the team before, no, in a maybe more defensive way, and now it looks different. Yeah, it looks more aggressive, more offensive, but I'm not sure. So maybe I need to see more games, but all the things that I have seen so far, I will prefer obviously Peckerman's
Wow.
Peckerman's tactic, yeah. But I don't know. I
Okay.
need to see more games. But yeah. And you, Luis, what about you? Do you like chaos?
Well, I remember something that he said at the beginning of this. How do you call it? Yeah, at the beginning of these 2 matches, he said that this qualifying round is the art of adding points. that all you need is to add some point. It doesn't matter if it's 3 or 1, but you need to add those points because at the end, that is what going to make you qualify for the next World Cup. And what I heard in those words, like he is a very pragmatic guy, and he just want to, if he can win, like in Venezuela, he will do everything is necessary to win. But if he can't win, like against Chile, 1 point it's enough for him. I mean, okay, if your goal is just to qualify for the World Cup, that is excellent. But I want a little more, because I know and we know that this player can do a little better. And probably it's because these European styles, they are very pragmatic. It's
like they could win yesterday.
Yeah, I think that Jogo Bonito it's not an issue to him. He just wants to be pragmatic. If you can win, win, and if you cannot win, tie. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Teacher Daniel and Nicholas and Merwin, what do you think about a player like Falcao being like a substitute in these 2 games? Was a nice decision, or you're not agree?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, right now, Duan is better than Falcao. Duan is more useful than Falcao. Duan is better for the team, and he's younger, he's stronger, he's faster, But I also I love Falcao. I really thank him for everything he's done for Colombian soccer, because he was the best at some point. He really was the best. But right now, I think that Duan has to play. Yeah.
When you describe Duan Zapata like stronger and faster, I thought you were like describing someone similar to Nicolas,
Yeah, I was thinking about Nicolas.
Yeah, when he plays soccer hits, he's the fastest.
The opposite.
Really? Okay. So
yeah.
Okay.
The slowest, the weakest.
No way.
What about you, Mervin? Were you agreed with Falcao in the benches?
Well, to a certain extent, we need to understand that this is not the best moment in Falcao's career. Of course, he is not the young guy that he used to be in previous qualifiers. Now, I think that, well, I have to say he is not retired. That's important to recognize. But definitely now he has a different role. I think that he can help us in other aspects, such as leadership, because that is essential in a national team, in a team itself. And totally agree. Currently, Duan Zapata is having, I think, his best moment, and we need to take advantage of that level. Yesterday, he didn't have his moment, his best match, but we needed alternatives, and we are finding them. That's the important part of this, because year by year, Falcao is much older, and the moment to say goodbye is closer.
Oh my God!
Older and wiser.
That goes
yes.
That goes straight to Nicolas' heart, because you are a Falcao lover, right?
Well, I love Falcao when Falcao played at Porto, and then he played with Atletico de Madrid. Of course, it was the best moment for Falcao. He was on the top list. He was one of the best 9s in the world. Yeah. He was next to Suarez, next to Lewandowski, yeah.
Next to Cachas Hernandez.
Next to Cachas Hernandez. He was there. Falcao was there, no? Next to Willington, he was there. But, well, after the injury, his career changed, of course. He's a leader. I agree with Merwin. He's a leader now in the national team. and he can handle with difficult situations like yesterday. You know, you saw Duban Zapata. He was nervous. He was running. He was desperate in some parts of the game. But Falcao came into the pitch, and well, and he was like focused, no, with something that you need in this game. You need to keep your mind like yeah, like very quiet and calm in order to well to get a good result. And Falcao showed that yesterday.
You see,
Yeah, he
something
came to a game with a lot of energy and an excellent attitude. Yeah, he was on the bench, like you
ex-
say. Mhm.
exactly. You see, something that I want to, like encouraging people to recognize is like, when he came from the benches against Venezuela, he had this one chance that Steven Alzate did a
Yeah,
kickback and Falcao was alone and he missed that chance. But yesterday he took advantage of his only chance, and I said, okay, this I like this team because I mean Falcao is in the benches, but when he comes in, they guarantee that at least he's going to have like one chance. That's sometimes that's all Falcao needs, and I want to recognize him. His good attitude because he is famous. He is one of our references, and he has such a nice attitude being in the benches. And it's like he recognizes that Duban Zapata is in a better shape. He said, "Okay, I got no problem playing 20 minutes or 10 minutes, but when I got my 10 minutes, I will do my best. No,
yeah,
no, is it no bitter attitude, and that's the thing."
yeah.
And, and to,
And the one is playing well. The one is playing against Cristiano Ronaldo, against Ibrahimovic, against yeah. He's playing in Italy, yeah. With
He's
the I mean the
scoring all the
league is
time.
it's yeah, and Falcao is playing in Turkey. I don't know. He's scoring
Mhm.
to some teams that are well. I don't know. They are not strong enough in
Yeah.
Europe, and well, obviously it's yeah. We have that Falcao is maybe is quite old now because for this game if you are 38 or something like that you are old, but I
But
mean with
you're still
38 years
useful.
you are young. Yeah,
Yeah, you're still useful to the team, is what you're saying.
yeah,
yeah,
His role changed. Now he has to get used to that, right? He has to get used to what you say. He's gonna have like 10 minutes. So he has to know that he's gonna have 10 minutes and he's gonna have his chance and that he has to score. So
yeah, to
yeah,
compete.
but
Yes,
he's still useful to the team. And he was the
that
best, He for me he was the best
the
at his
attitude
moment.
was incredible.
Yeah.
Melvin, and what
Strong
do you
man,
think?
yeah.
Yes, Melvin, what do you think about the list of players that Professor Queiroz called for these games? Are you agree with that? There is somebody left? Would you have called anybody else or no?
I think it was a good list. However, we can question or discuss um, about the strikers because he didn't call wingers, and I think that was the disadvantage that we had. And yesterday, it was shown on the pitch because we finished the game playing with three number nines with three pure
Strikers.
yeah,
strikers. And they had to improvise a little bit. Of course, it doesn't mean that you cannot perform your work or responsibility in another position, but definitely everybody has to be where he can develop his best skills. I think that, and that was the wrong part for me. I think that that was the difficulty with this list. I would have loved to see someone like Duan Vergara.
Yes.
I think he was having excellent performances in America de Cali, and he could have given an excellent hand at this moment. Taking into account that, for example, Luis Diaz couldn't come due to the fact that he was in contact with someone who tested positive for COVID-19 in Portugal.
Yeah. What do you think, Daniel? Are you agree?
Well,
Yeah,
before Daniel's opinion, Luis was happy, no? When he say, well, he's an striker of America de Cali, and Luis like,
No,
yeah, he must be in the national team
no,
now because
not
saw
just
it.
because not just because he is a striker at America. It's because for me right now, Duban Vergara is the best player in Colombian's league. My God, that
Colombian
guy.
Liga, that's not
But if
a
you are the best, but if you're the best or one of the best, you at least deserve one chance. And he's a winger, and he
yeah.
scores
okay. Yeah,
many goals.
we
What
need
do you
we
think?
need that.
What do you think, Teacher Daniel?
Well,
Sorry.
I think that we have to pick the best ones, and we have to play the way they play the game. And I think the best players we have are James and Duan and Wilmar Barrios, and maybe we have the or two central backs. They are very good, Jerry and Davinson. So
Yeah, and Davinson.
as long as we keep this,
I
I
didn't
think
like
that that's what
Davinson
we need.
yesterday.
Yeah, maybe yesterday
No,
wasn't his
No,
best
I
team,
didn't like.
his best match. I'm sorry.
you
Yeah,
know, Murillo is a nice backup.
yeah, maybe. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think. Since we have James is very good, and he's not a wing. He doesn't play on the wings. He goes to the center. So we should play like that. And yesterday we had it was great because we gave space, to our right and left backs to attack, to go forward.
Yeah.
I like that. And I think we can play like that, sending our backs. You can send your backs to attack, and you keep your midfielders in the center of the field.
Recovering balls.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay, Nicholas, what do you think about what is the piece of advice that we can give to our Click on listeners if they want to understand what you're saying right now?
I was going to answer the question. Okay. Yes, click on listeners, please. If you want to understand Teacher Daniel, Teacher Merwin, and Teacher Luis, the best place to learn languages is Centro de Lenguas, Internacionalización y Cultura, Clic. Okay, so this is the best place to learn English, French, Portuguese, Italian, and also to meet nice teachers and nice people. So please come and join us, like the commercial we use here. Come and join us. That is the best place.
That's right, Click on listeners, and remember to participate using our hashtag for the day. And let's click on music for the second time. What are we going to listen to, Nicholas?
Okay. Okay. Now we are going to click on Waka Waka, yeah, by Shakira. Let's click on the music.
Let's click on music.
Everyone's fly.
Hi, welcome back. There you have Nicholas. That is your Waka Waka. I remember
I know why you selected this song. I know.
Why? Tell me.
You're going to tell this story behind the song, yeah?
No, I selected this song because it's very famous and I like it. And I remember that World Cup because I thought Brazil had a terrific team and they were going to win because I remember they had Robinho and they had Kaká and I think it was Luis Fabiano and that was like a terrific team. But they played against Holland and they lost and I said, my God, this is not right. And then I remember the final, the World Cup final against Holland and Spain. I didn't like that very much. I don't know what do you think about that?
Do you remember the match against Germany? I mean, Germany-Spain?
Oh yeah, that was a terrific one.
That was very good. That was a great match.
Yeah, with Carles Puyol headed.
Yeah, Pan, that was great. That was very good.
Terrific. It was like a kick with the leg.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. Well, what do you think about Waka Waka, Nicholas?
Okay, Luis told me the story behind this song is that it's a very popular song in the Caribbean here in Colombia, but the song was probably brought by the Africans long time ago. And also the sound is very like attractive, no? It's a very attractive sound. So obviously Shakira took the original sound, put some new lyrics, and then we have Waka Waka. I like the song.
Because the original name is Sangalegua and it's African champeta. But
I don't know why Shakira is always there like copying things or something. Yeah, she's always
no,
like,
I don't know, but it's only the lyrics, the chorus. Well, let's continue, and I'm going to ask. I'm going to start with Merwin asking this question. How do you think or what they call the renovation in this national team, Merwin? Do you think that we are renewing the team, or we're just using the same players that we have been using for some years? So how do you see the future of this national team?
Well, excellent question. I think we are using new pieces, new elements. I'm optimistic with them. And that was exactly what we was talking about regarding Falcao, for example. And not only Duan Zapata, for example, we are finding, new elements. Steven Alzate, well, Jerry Mina and Davinson Sanchez are pretty young. And for that reason, I'm totally optimistic because they will have several years to keep playing together. And that might be that we will have an excellent and solid defense in future competences. Yes, I think we are changing our players. That's important because I think that was the problem from 1998 to 2010. Yes, or 14. Till Peckerman's process, that we didn't find that changes, new blood, new pieces to play these matches.
And what about you, teacher Daniel? How do you see the future of our team?
I think we need a goalkeeper because I agree with Merwin. Yeah, Davinson and Jerry, they're young. We have Wilmar, he's young too. He's like, they're gonna be mature. They're gonna be on the perfect moment on the next World Cup, and they may keep on playing until the next one. And I'm thinking about, well, maybe James has another World Cup, and we have some other players, like, they're not old, they're like 25, 26, like Lerma and Mateus, but I'm worried about the goalkeeper because we have Montero, yeah, but Montero is not that young. He's like 27 or 28, right? So we need a goalkeeper. That's what I think.
But this guy is doing well. What's his name? Vargas?
Camilo Vargas?
Yeah, but he's not that young. He's actually...
He's not young. That's the problem.
And he's not that good either. That's what I think.
He's like Luis? Older than Luis?
No, not that old.
Oh, that old as Luis? If he's like Luis, well, be careful. We need more people, young people.
I know that the young ones are the other two, this Aldair Quintana and Eder Chaus, the one who is from America de Cali. But I believe that those are not the kind of goalkeepers that you want for this national team, because Eder Chaus, for me, he hasn't performed quite well in the Colombian league, so it's not a good thing to do. What about you, Nicolas? How do you see the future of our national team?
Well,
Dark? Is it dark future?
I only have one concern, which is about James' position, because we only have James, and well, James is 28 now. I don't know, 29, something like that. Probably he will play two World Cups more, like Daniel said. But it's the only position that we don't have maybe a new player, because this guy went to China, no?
Quintero.
Quintero.
Quintero. But Quintero, I don't know of his age, but maybe he's James, similar age.
He's younger than James.
Okay, but he's playing now in China, so now we can use it.
Actually, he's not playing because as he was transferred to China, the condition is that he is not going to play the rest of this year. So even that.
Yeah, so we don't have any other option. That's a problem. But okay, we have young people. Yeah, we have defenders, we have midfielders, we have strikers. Yeah, that's important. But we need the most important man on the pitch. You know?
Yes.
And that's a problem. We don't have, and those ones are difficult to find. No, it's not like, okay, every 2 years we have these kind of players. No, it's so hard. No?
We had we had Magnelli Torres, but he wasn't that good.
Well, time.
We had. Do you remember Giovanni? What was his name? You know,
Giovanni.
He was always on. He was
Giovanni
always suffering,
Hernandez.
You know?
Hernandez.
Giovanni Hernandez.
Yeah.
And Gio Moreno. Gio Hernandez and Gio Moreno.
Yeah. But,
okay,
but they were not that good. Yeah.
Like the problem is that time is always short in this kind of show when we're having fun time short. But before we go, I want to ask. Yeah, we have like 3-5 more minutes.
Okay.
We are going to. I'm going to ask you the last question, like really fast, about the predictions for the next World Cup. What do you think are the 5 South American teams that are going to qualify for the next World Cup, including the rebound? Teacher Daniel.
Oh, that's a difficult question. You know, I am terrible at predictions.
How many?
You know,
how many? 5?
Do we have 5 or 6?
4, and I think it's 4 in the rebound. So 5.
5, as usual.
Yeah. 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're gonna have Brazil and Argentina for sure. I believe in Colombia. We're gonna be there, and then we're gonna have Uruguay. They were a little bit weak yesterday, but they always get to build a good team. And then I'm gonna beat on Peru. So I think we're gonna have the same ones we had the last World Cup: Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, and Peru. That's what I think.
Okay, what about you, Merwin?
Well, definitely Argentina, Brazil. I believe in Colombia as well, and Uruguay and Ecuador. I'm optimistic with this new process that Ecuador is having and his new coach.
What about you, Nicolas? French Guiana is not playing.
AC Milan is not playing here.
No, not at all.
Well, of course, Brazil is there. Argentina is there. Uruguay, of course, Uruguay, they are going to be there. Colombia. And
in that position, in that order?
In that order, yeah, in that order. Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Colombia, and Chile.
Okay, I would say that my order is Brazil, Colombia, Argentina. Those are three. I believe Chile and Ecuador. I don't think Uruguay is going to qualify.
Wow.
Okay.
Uruguay is always there. Okay.
Well, that was nice, teacher Daniel, teacher Merwin, to talk to you. Maybe we have some other chance to talk again about this nice topic when Colombia is playing again. So thank you for being with us today. And remember that this is your house. Thank you, Clic On listeners, for listening to us. And remember that next Wednesday we have a new show. Thank you, teacher Daniel. Thank you, teacher Merwin.
Thank you.
Thank you
very
so
much.
much.
Nicolas, nice to see you again, man.
Clic On Air, a journey through the world of languages. Come and travel with us. Listen to us every Wednesday through